Hello, class. My name is Jeremy Hilguero, and I am going to be talking about. No, my informative speech is about social media affecting the youth. All right. So, have you recently been on social media when you should be doing your homework, or have you been Snapchatting people or going on Instagram and just seeing random cat videos instead of doing your homework? Well, a lot of that's social media. It's really what it is. Social media is a platform of media. It's broadest way. I think it's like the broadest way I can say it. It's basically multiple apps or social networks combining into under one name, which is social media, such as Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. The original one, it was I forget the name, but it was this really random name, and then MySpace came after it. So if you could find before that, that's the name. I forget what the name is called, but it is an odd name. But yeah, after that was MySpace, and then there was Yahoo, and there was all that other stuff, and yeah, those apps eventually led up to the creation of social media and its impact today. And although with the sort of the how do you the impact the lockdown had on people, specifically the COVID-19 lockdown, social media became a much bigger thing. It skyrocketed. The numbers has skyrocketed from users, and so with that in mind, the numbers skyrocketing with more and more people on social media, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, Yahoo, MySpace. If anybody still uses MySpace, Snapchat. What else is that? I feel like there's another one. Twitter. Twitter's a big one. There is a lot of information out there, and unfortunately, a lot of it can be false and a lot of it can be true. It's kind of when you search up stuff on Google, you really don't want to look at Wikipedia because it's responses from people who aren't, how do you say, they're not credible as per se a doctor would be, or somebody who studies in that specific topic you are looking at. And that's what Wikipedia is, and social media is just a bigger Wikipedia. It's anybody can post, anybody can record themselves, anybody can say whatever they would like, and anybody could comment, anybody could chat, and just spread information like there's no tomorrow. And so with that in mind, if the youth who grabs onto this trend of hopping on social media and seeing information that may be false or true could lead people in a certain direction. And I'm not saying that it's going to drive people to the point of anything explicit, but unfortunately the case is that there are people who enjoy posting false information and making it sound true when in reality it's not. There have been certain scandals of religion, and religion's a big one because there's so many religions and there's different beliefs, but there's been multiple religions through social media that has been falsified. I'm not sure if I'm using the proper term, but has been false due to its main objective being money driven. So, for example, there was a case around 2018 where if you had donated a sum of money and sort of subscribed to their quote unquote news, that you would be able to buy your way into heaven. And unfortunately, that's not true. And with that in mind, the youth, people who generally don't understand the outside world in its harshest form, may not be well informed enough to make decisions such as that. And so there have been cases of children or young adults using credit cards of their parents, family members, to purchase certain items or certain goods that have promises to better their lives, or for a chance to win a house or a car, something of that sort. And the youth have been driven towards that because it's a reward. And unfortunately, that's one thing that's a really big driver. I'm not sure if I'm using the proper term, but it drives the youth to them, to those people, so they can gain following, and the people who are the representatives of these products are making money off of people who are uninformed. And unfortunately, the big number, the statistic, it's around 63% of social media users who are young, youthful. So 63% are below 45, and anything above is above 45. So 55, 65, 85, blah, blah, blah. All that. I'm surprised if they're still using Instagram or anything like that, if they're 85 or 95. They're probably using Facebook, I'm not gonna lie. But they're using their products, and they're advertising it as a sort of get better quick or get rich quick scheme. When unfortunately the youth, the uninformed, aren't able to comprehend that it is just a pyramid scheme. And so people, children, or the just young adults need to be informed of social media, as social media can be a very helpful tool in their day-to-day lives. But as you would when reading a book or looking up nutrient labels behind certain food items and comparing them, you do the same thing with social media. You compare the articles, you compare your information you're reading, you're learning, and to know that you're coming out with the best outcome. And yeah, I think I'm running out of time. But yeah, that was it.